Alright, we got a new reveal from ThreeZero, and this is one that I am very excited for, you guys. It looks so freaking good. This is DLX Lockdown from Transformers Age of Extinction. This one has been highly anticipated, and we've known about this one for a few years now. Like, it's kind of crazy how long we've known he's gonna happen and how long it's taken to actually see anything of him. Now, there have been pictures before of a basic prototype and then I believe a painted one, but I try to wait until we see official pictures of stuff before doing a video on them. So here we go. And before we get into it, this says that this is specifically the event exclusive version. I'm not sure what event this is, and there will be 2 accessories that I'll note that will not be with the regular version, but from what I've gathered, everything else will be with the regular release, and it should look exactly the same otherwise, so I figured I'd just go ahead and cover everything. But I said before, this is Lockdown as he appeared in the 2014 live action Transformers film Age of Extinction. He will be 9.5 inches tall and have 60 points of articulation, so that's fairly on par with the other DLX stuff in terms of height and articulation, and scale wise he should go pretty well with the Night Prime that was done. So as all DLX figures do, he comes with a stand, and the main accessories he has is of course the face gun. He's got the spark extractor, the arm cannon, the hook, the arm blade, it looks like another handle for the blade, and of course the interchangeable hands of various poses, and of course his awesome looking masked face. Now the 2 event exclusive accessories here are a spark, which of course is Ratchet's spark. Not gonna lie, that kind of hurts. And then the sort of scope face, which we see when we're first introduced to him in the film. And just getting into the figure itself, this thing is absolutely beautiful. This is probably the most accurate I've seen anything of Lockdown, aside from maybe the Prime 1 Studios stuff. As always, the details and the paint on ThreeZero figures, absolutely beautiful. I love it. And I feel like this design really works for this kind of figure, especially just considering the nature of the Age of Extinction designs with not having much in the way of vehicle parts, and Lockdown being a good example of that. And he just looks like he really poses well. He looks fantastic with the accessories, and I feel like this is the first Lockdown figure to really nail the face. Although I will say, I don't think the Studio Series figure was bad with that, although maybe a little basic just due to the size. And man, I just gotta comment, the gun face is awesome. This is the first figure to nail this look. This one I feel like nails the actual size of the gun and just how it looked on screen. Looks like there might be a light in it as well as the regular blaster. Who knows if that's just the promotional images, but they've done a lot more stuff recently with lights in the accessories of figures, so maybe this will be the case. I like the way that the arm blade looks, and the hook looks cool, although it looks like it attaches to the side of his arm, which I believe did happen in the film, but of course his hand also turned into the hook, so I guess we'll kind of see how that works. His masked face looks awesome, and I mean, that's one I'll probably have on a good bit of the time. It just looks so cool. The scope face is pretty cool, and it does suck that it's going to be locked behind being an event exclusive. This isn't one that I'm like, I gotta have this, even though if it was on screen I would like for the figure to have it. But you know, this isn't one that I'm like, I absolutely need that, but it does look pretty cool, and I would at least like the option, so who knows, maybe I'll try to go for the event exclusive one. And it is cool that you can use the spark to put with the spark extractor, and of course I'm sure Lockdown could probably hold the spark as is. But yeah, that's pretty cool, and again, if you want to recreate childhood trauma with Ratchet's death, you can do that. One thing that I find super cool though is that you can rearrange his little like missile launcher things that he has on his arms, you know, his shoulders, like whenever he shot at Cade's house in the film, which I find pretty cool, and I always forget that those were rearranged slightly in that scene, so that's pretty neat. The only thing that looks like the figure is missing is the Lamborghini logo split on the chest. This is likely just due to the licensing and probably them not wanting to pay the fees. A similar thing happened to the Last Night Bumblebee DLX that they did. It does suck, but I do understand why, and I mean, I'm sure there'll be a sticker set or something like that that you can put there at some point. So yeah, overall, I could gush about this thing for hours. Like, it just looks beautiful. This might be ThreeZero's best DLX figure. At the time of this recording, I do think that their Revenge of the Fallen Megatron is their best. I'm very biased in that regard because I love that design, but I think that's the best one. But this guy definitely has the potential to be the best one. Now I'm just waiting on them to show off Dark of Conquer the Moon Shockwave because I really feel like he'll be super cool too. So tell me, what do you think about ThreeZero DLX Lockdown? Do you like him? Are you going to get him? Do you think this figure does the design justice? And how do you feel about the scope, face, and spark being event exclusive accessories? Let me know down in the comments. Before we go, I want to give a shout out to my members on Patreon. In my average bird tier, there is Schmoptimus Prime, and in my Birds of Prey tier, there is Austin Gillis and Darth Spooby. The channel support is greatly appreciated, you guys. Thank you. As always, I want to give a big thanks to everyone for watching, and have a good one.